Foreign language vintage paperbacks. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to look at something quite a bit different. We're going to look at vintage paperbacks that are not published or printed in the English language. They're published in many other languages. And these are not books from the UK or Canada or Australia or any other countries that print in English. This is French, Dutch, various Spanish language countries and others. So these are very interesting books. The interesting thing about them, of course, is the cover art, the stories. Most of these are crime stories. But the other thing is a lot of them have American authors. So these are American authors translated into foreign vintage paperbacks, and they're really cool. Some of them have incredible cover art, and they're really something special. I think you're going to enjoy these. I think the thing is that some people may have some of these, and they may collect some of them. Certain series. There's going to be a lot of different series here, there's some of them are very difficult to find. I'm showing you them to kind of get them out there so that people can see them, not so that people can collect them, because you really can't probably collect them or run a whole series of them. But it's nice to see them, and it's nice to know that they exist. And then every once in a while, you may see a book by an author or that you would want to track down and collect if you're a collector of certain authors. Now, we're going to start off with just like 3 books here. Crime à Chicago, which is by Frederick Brown, and this is actually, I'm going to try and, there's a few that are translated, and I'm going to go through them. This is The Fabulous Clip Joint, French, 1955, and it's by Editions Albin Michael, and there's a lot of numbered books on this. This is number 170. So this is a French Frederick Brown. This is a Dutch Jim Thompson, The Getaway, movie edition with Steve McQueen on the cover, and this is from 1974. And this is The Crazy Kill by Chester Himes, Dutch edition from 1968. Here you can see the back cover. There's a photo of Chester Himes. Back cover of this one, and the back cover of the Frederick Brown Albin Michael, which a lot of the books in this series, there's a lot of books in this series. I only have one. I have this Frederick Brown. So you can see a lot of the books I'm going to be showing you are kind of 1 or 2 books representatives of large series that were published in France and Holland and other countries. Some of them have more copies than others, but this is what we're going to take a look at now. I don't have any science fiction except one, and I'm going to just show that now, and that is The Martian Avenger, and this is a French Anticipation series by Vargo Staten. This series is a terrific, beautiful series of science fiction paperbacks. They reprinted a lot of the Vargo Staten books in French, and numbers are on the spine, and they're just beautiful books. Very scarce, very scarce. They're kind of like digest size almost, and so that's the only one of those that I have, but you should know about that series. There's a lot of books in that series, and they have stunning cover art. And they reprint a lot of the classic mushroom publishers from Vargo Staten and others from the 50s British paperbacks. Now I'm just going to go through a bunch of different ones. Some of them I know what country they're published from. I have notes on them. So this is Cancata Humana. This is a Mike Lantry novel and it's from Brazil, 1963. It's actually A Gunman Close Behind, and it's by E.C. Tubb. It's Brazil, 1963. This is a Turkish paperback, Plastak number 18, it's 1955. It's, I can't even pronounce the title of it, and great cover art. It's by Hadley Chase. Actually, it's by James Hadley Chase, and it's there's a lot of other books in this series where they reprint. You can see American and British authors, Mickey Spallane among them. There's this French collection. I don't know too much about it. It's by Jacques Ray. Nice paperback, beautiful copy. Look at the way that it's kind of very similar to American Pocketbook. It's got a, I don't know, kind of a buzzard or whatever as their logo instead of like Gertrude the Kangaroo like Pocketbooks had. But it's kind of a cool book, cool series. I don't think I have another one of those, but there are many books in these series. Rastos is a Argentine publisher. This edition is from 1963, and it's by Dakin, and it's a Dakin crime novel. And my copy has a letter from the publisher with it. Next one is Edward Ron's or Edward A. Ahrens, and these are Editions des Deux Mondes, Mons, collection of French hard-boiled crime. This is number 6 in the series, and it's Terror in the Town. Really nice book. Nice cover art. Edward Ahrens, Edward Ron's, and there's other books in this series. This is one of the early ones. This is number 6. This is an interesting book, Arbo book, and this was published in Germany. And it's No Time to Live by Larry T. Maxim and Charles Harnett. And it's written in English. It's a Red Spy and a Shotzi. I don't know what that means. It's spelled Trouble for a GI. So this is a book written by a American serviceman who was in Germany after the war, and he wrote this book. It's a spy novel set during the early days of the Cold War, after World War II in Germany. And it's an interesting book, kind of a scarce item. I don't know if I have a date on it. It's from 1953, German spies. This is an interesting series of books. These are Portuguese. Collection Vampiro. So you have a vampire logo, but they're not horror. What they are is crime. And you have, one of them is, there's a lot of them in this series. There's 241 of them. And they're numbered. This is from The Bypass Control from 1966. So this is that Portuguese series. Mickey Spallane, The Bypass Control. It's the spine, the back cover. Another one in the series, another Mickey Spallane, number 89. My Gun is Quick, Portuguese again. And you see the logo, it's like this vampire bat, and it says the Collection Vampiro, or Collection Vampire Collection, but they have nothing to do with vampires. It's just, it's a crime collection. It's not horror at all. And the next one is Mickey Spallane, and this is 249, probably from the late 60s. Les Fantômes series, we have number 12 from 1954, Love Me and Die by Dakin. We have another Mundo Itino series, Neil McNeil. This is a hardboiled crime, 1962 from Brazil. We have a few German books here. The German publishers reprinted a lot of American crime novels. They were published by Walter Lenning in Hanover, and this one is from 1957. It's number 108 in the Panther series. They had the Panther books, and this is a novel by Jonathan Craig, American mystery writer. And this other one is number 63 in the German Panther series, and that's by Albert Conroy. Another one in the German Panther series, number 49, and that is by John D. MacDonald. And the last one of these Panthers that I have is, this is an early one, number 17, and it's by James Rubel. This reprints the gold medal paperback. The interesting thing, the earlier German Panther books, the spines were sewn on or glued on. They're cloth, and they were glued on. And the other interesting thing about this James L. Rubel novel is that this is the first female private eye novel written in the early 50s. No Business for a Lady is the American title, and this is a German edition of it with the same cover art as the American gold medal. Now we have gold medal books also were reprinted in many countries, and another one is Finland, and this is number 8 in the series of Finnish gold medals by Edward Rons, and it has the American gold medal logo. Editions Idindex. This is from Brazil in 1965, and this is the Dakin. I don't know what the titles are. Editorial Mirandano. This is the Misterioso de Greenwich Village. And let me see if I can find it. Original title is by Bruno Fischer. It's So Much Blood by Bruno Fischer. And this is a Brazilian paperback, digest size. And it's old. I don't know how old. There's no date on it. But it's an interesting book. Collection. It says collection Sherlock, but it's Bruno Fischer, So Much Blood. And spine is pretty beat up. Back cover, you can see it's got damage on it. Interesting thing, it's like in French wraps. Where the book has in the back cover. This is pretty early. This is probably late 40s, and this is Brazilian. Another interesting one is Edgar Wallace. He was a very popular author in the UK and in the United States and other places, and also in Germany. Goldman's Taschen crime books. This is number 16 in the series from 1953. Edgar Wallace. And on the back it has other books in the in the series. Another Bruno Fischer from French from 1949 is Hornet's Nest, and this is number 38 in the collection Les Tours Londres. So we're going to move these over a little bit. I hope you're enjoying this look at these foreign paperbacks. These are books that aren't seen often, and I think it's really cool that I'm able to show them to you, and that I hope you enjoy them. I hope you see some things that you haven't seen before by some authors that you collect or that you enjoy reading. I hope some of the we have a lot of subscribers that are read in other languages, and maybe some books that they'd be interested in, French or German or Spanish or whatever. So we've got some other good things to look at. I really like these. I think it's just so cool to see all of this stuff. Now we're going to look at Manhunt magazines, but not American and not British. Manhunt came out as a French magazine. This issue is number 11. They came out, it's number 21 actually, 1957, and that was Suspense, number 21, digest. And there's all the Manhunt authors: Fletcher Flora, Evan Hunter, Sam Merwin, Henry Slessor. So these are, 50s, really just basic reprints of Manhunt magazine under the new title Suspense. In Italy, you had Gallo Selezione. This is number 1 from 1960. This is the Italian Manhunt. And it says here, Manhunt in New York. And you have the same writers. You have Ed McBain, Henry Kane, Evan Hunter, Bruno Fischer. This is number 1 in the Italian series. This is number 17 from 1961. John D. MacDonald, Craig Rice, Bruno Fischer, Evan Hunter. This is number 37, and this is from 1962. And again, Manhunt authors. So these are some of the Italian Manhunts. Some other Italian books, pretty interesting. They did a Nuovo Serie Illustrated. It's an illustrated series, and there's like about 40 or 50 books in this series. It's kind of like a Lovely Lady series, but it's by but they're crime novels, but they're kind of set up as sexy girl novels. These three I have by Bruno Fischer. These are actually Bruno's actual copies that he gave me. He had a lot of foreign books, and he gave me a lot of them. This is number 44, and it's just like great pin-up art. It's from the 50s, and you can see here on the back there's at least 40 or so of these in this series. And this is Italian series. And this is number 41. And this is number 25. And it's, I don't know how to pronounce this is bad, I'm Italian, but I still can't pronounce the titles, and I don't know what the English books are. Yeah, Morte. I don't know. There's something of death, but there's like Stairway to Death, maybe. That's a Bruno Fischer book, so it may be that one. And you can see that they have the sexy good girl photographs on them. Some of the other ones, Mondadori was a major publisher of pulp and mystery and crime paperbacks in Italy. And this is another Bruno Fischer. This is number 130 from 1959, October 1959. And they published some beautiful good girl art, pin-up kind of covers. These are all murder mysteries. Another one is, this is from 1953, this is 238. This is The Dust Fell, Italian Digest, 1958. The next one is another Bruno Fischer. This is October 1959. Italian Digest, Italian Crime Digest. I'm just happy to have all of these, and happy to have them from Bruno. You just don't see these copies anymore, and these are pretty nice copies. This one here is number 301, and it's from 1954. It's The Paper Circle by Bruno Fischer. The Paper Circle. And the next one is a little bit larger. This is a really nice cover on this one, number 69. And it kind of looks the girl kind of looks like a little bit like it would maybe be done by Reginald Heed, but I doubt it, but just in that kind of style. The next one is number 119 from 1951. Another hard-boiled crime, Bruno Fischer. And this one is number 153 from 1952. And we have a couple of these by Bill Coleman. This is a different series, police detective stories, American police detective stories. And this is from, this is number 21 from 1957. And this is number 35 from 1957. So there you have some nice digests, Italian mostly, crime digests from the 50s. So we'll put those on the side over here as we continue our excursion into this madness of vintage paperbacks in foreign editions, non-English language editions. I think there's some nice things here that you're going to enjoy. This is an interesting book. All of these books here are in the same series. It's the Oro series, O-U-R-O, of crime fiction paperbacks. They're all numbered on the spine, and these are, I think these are Brazilian, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check to make sure I have it written down. So, yeah, they're from Brazil. Okay. These are all Bruno Fischer also that I got from Bruno. So I don't know, again, the titles, but the dates are from the 1950s, and we'll just look at some covers. And you might recognize some of the covers because they used some of the cover art is...
maybe if we saw them, we would recognize them.
You would recognize them from maybe McGinnis or other authors, other artists. And this is number 777. This was 774. This is 775. This is 763. Conroy Fisher wrote a lot of crime and mystery novels. He wrote a lot of books for Dell and other publishers that were reprinted by Dell and other paperback publishers. And then in the 50s and the 60s, he wrote a lot of paperback originals for gold medal. So he has, a lot of them a lot of crime books and a lot of really good stuff. This is number 769, and you may recognize this cover. That's a McGinnis cover. Number 762. The titles a lot of times are very different. Sometimes they'll change the title, but sometimes even in the translation, the title is very different from the American title. This is number 7 in the Oro series. Very nice, sexy femme fatale cover. There's a picture of Bruno on the back. Bruno Fisher. He's a great guy. I had him as a guest at my show for quite a few years, and he's always a wonderful one. Him and his wife Ruth, wonderful people. Number 753. Again, these are Brazilian paperbacks, written in, I guess, Portuguese. Techno imprint. This is number 751, and they also have a series number, series criminal number 1, series criminal number 3. So they have series within the series, the overall series. This is number 776. This is a nice one. Number 766. A little bit larger size, kind of digest. Some of the artists are, you can see signatures, but I don't know exactly who. Can't really read it too well. This is 754. The artist's name is down here, but I can't really make it out. This is kind of like a horror looking cover, but it's really crime, mystery. Number 763. And the last one of these techno print Brazilian paperbacks is A Bella Assassina. Assassinina. Number 5 in the series. Now we're going to look at a few others. These are just different series. Editions de Monde, collection of Merouge. Dorothy B. Hughes. This is French from 1949. Rastos is I believe, a Brazilian or Portuguese publisher, and I don't know which book this is by him, but this is a book by crime author Harold Q. Mazer. Another edition de Mondes is this is number 11. Nageo Marsh. I don't know how to pronounce her first name. Very famous mystery novelist. I believe she's Australian. The next one is number 8 in the series. It's by Samat. There's editions of French or French Canadian. These are French Canadian, some of them, and it's called a Collection Petite Format. This is number 180, and it's by crime author Mignon G. Eberhardt. Nice series of these slim books. There's a Zodiac series, which is French, probably French Canadian. There's two of these I have by Gaston Martin, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce the titles, but they're very cute, very nice. The next one here is a French series, Les Fantômes, Collection Les Verov, and it's by Patrick Vander. There's about 25 in this series. They're published in France, in Paris. Very thin paperback, and on the back there's all the other books in the series. Now this has books by John Evans, Harry Whittington, Day Keane, Robert O. Saber, 3 or 4 by Whittington and Keane. So there's a lot of American authors in this series. If you can find any of these, they're impossible to find. Some more collection petite format. These are Canadian. Okay, these are Canadian, and this is one of them. This is it's Stanley Gardner, but it's Earl Stanley Gardner, of course. This is number 420, and it's fine. And the back cover, and just to see what date this is. These are French Canadian, so they're published in Canada and in French language. This is 1954. So that's Earl Stanley Gardner. Here's another Earl Stanley Gardner, number 404. Number 221, another Earl Stanley Gardner. Number 149 from 1949, Sinister Rendezvous, and this is by Peter Cheney. It's actually Sinister Rendezvous or something like that, but Sinister Rendezvous, that's the Peter Cheney title. And the next one is number 222 from 1951, again French Canadian, and it's by William Irish or Cornell Woolrich. So, got quite a few interesting books I hope you are interested in. I'm going to move these on the side, and we're going to look at more, because more is always better, right? Two more stacks. We have a few of these, and you can see the Presses de la Cité of Paris, and it's the French mystery series, and they used the logo of a cute little elephant, kind of similar to the logo idea with that pocketbooks used with Gertrude the Kangaroo. Again, they were imitating American vintage paperbacks, and these are all from the 50s. And the first one here is number 331, and it's by Peter Rabe. This was a gold medal book, and this is the same cover as the gold medal, or at least maybe a redrawing of it. Here's a photo of Peter Rabe on the back. And again, there's the cute little elephant holding up a vintage paperback, Un Mystère. So that's that one in that series. Number 300, another one, another Peter Rabe book. Looks like the title, it looks like the cover for Benny Muscles In, and it may be that book, I'm not sure. A lot of these covers you'll see are very familiar in this series from the American editions. This is number 134 from 1953, Kiss Me Deadly by Mickey Spallane. And this is number 42 from 1952. Dance Sans Music, or Dance Without Music, I guess. And again, Un Mystery, and it's by Peter Chaney. Another nice one is 356. I don't know I can't pronounce the title, but it's by William Irish, who was also Cornell Woolrich. And it's cool, it's on the back. Interesting, they have a photo of William Irish, or William Irish or Cornell Woolrich. Another one of these is number 10. And there are 200 or 300 of these. There's actually hundreds of these in this series, in this Presses de la Cité Paris City series. This is Salute Caution, a Slim Callahan novel by Peter Chaney. And this one is number 141, and I don't know the title. Can't tell what book it is, but it's by William Campbell Galt. And my copy is signed by Bill Galt, who I knew, and I actually published some of his stories in one of his books in the in my Gryphon crime series years ago. And this next one is number 4. It's by Gerald Butler, and it's Du sang sur tes mains. I bet you this is probably Kiss the Blood Off My Hands by Gerald Butler. Very good hard-boiled crime novel. Now we're going to look at some others. These two are pretty ragged, but impossible to find, and I love the cover art. It's just a tough series. This is a Argentine series, Collection Cobalto, and this is number 31. It's by Richard S. Prather. When I say rough, I'm saying the spine is rough, but you can't even find these anywhere. Even rougher is number 14 from 1957. This is The Long Wait by Mickey Spallane. Nice cover art. If this was in mint condition, boy, would it be a beauty. But and it redraws some of the Signet cover art pretty much, but it's pretty beat. There's other books in this series, at least 15 or so at this time. But there's an Argentine, by the way, from Argentina. The next one is Editions Generales. This is a French paperback, number 9 in the series. It's Interpol, and it's by Jerry Luray. They had a lot of these anglicized names in Spanish and French and German paperback series in the 50s and 60s. And I don't know if this is the person's actual name, but there were a lot of the names that were anglicized. Collection Rastos is a Argentine series. And this we had earlier, Dakin I showed you, which was a tall size. This is a short size. This is number 71 in the series. It's by Bruno Fischer, and it's from 1948, Dead Men Grin. Dead Men Grin. Very nice eerie cover with the trees looking like claws or hands or fingers. And again, on the back you see there's 72 in this series. And you look at some of the names of the authors. There's some really good collectible authors in this series. These are nice books. Two Dutch books I have by Edward Moulton. This is a Dutch series published in Rotterdam. This is in the 50s, and that's one of them. Crime series, and this is the other one. There's editions Ditus Detective Club, and this is a crime novel, French Key Mystery. It's French, and it's from 1953. It's by Frank Gruber with a photo cover. And the last one is Editions de Nault. Not sure actually. I don't know who the author is. It's a crime novel. It's French. It's 1957. Cool book. Over the years, when I've been collecting, you see at different times, here and there, a foreign language paperback, a vintage paperback, and they imitated the American style, the designs, and they reprinted the American authors. And me being an American, I collect American crime fiction and British crime fiction. I like to see these books in foreign language editions from the 50s and 60s that always give it a different aspect, with the way that the Europeans or the South Americans have reprinted these books. I think they're fascinating. I think they're really cool. I hope you enjoyed this look at foreign language vintage paperbacks. Some things that probably haven't seen, and some things that you may even have or want to collect. But the thing is, I just want to show them to let you know that they're out there, that they do exist at least. You might not be able to find them, but that's not the point. It's not. That's not the point. The point is just to see them and to be able to enjoy them like I enjoy them, and to know that they exist, and to know that a lot of these books that I just showed you today, I showed you 2 or 3 books in some cases from a series, and the series might have 20 or 50 or 100 books. Some of these series have 200 or 300 books in the series, and they're really cool, really nice, and it's cool to have like some of the books by authors that you like to read and like to collect. So I hope you enjoyed this look at these different unique books. And if you did, give us a thumbs up and a like, subscribe, share it with friends, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for looking.